Running marketing for an e-commerce store? In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a product recommendation quiz that asks shoppers a series of questions and makes product recommendations based off their answers. This will help shoppers overcome product overwhelm and help them find the best items in your catalog based on their needs, and will also help you make your quiz a success by showing you the right promotional tactics and follow-up campaigns that you should use in your marketing. So before we even dive into actually building the quiz, we should talk about why to even use a product recommendation quiz. Better conversion rates across your funnel, higher average order value, and better customer retention and LTV. Quizzes generally help shoppers discover the right products. Studies show that if a shopper has too many options, they might abandon their purchase altogether. And if they do follow through with their purchase, they're more likely to be unsatisfied with their choice, perhaps left wondering if they made the right decision. So you'll want to help people overcome this through a quiz that asks shoppers a series of questions to uncover their shopping preferences and their goals, and that recommends products based on their answers. This significantly reduces the time and effort needed for visitors to navigate your catalog and find products to solve their specific problems. And it's kind of like having a sales assistant that directs shoppers to the right part of your retail store, only it's online, it's at scale, and it's completely on autopilot. You also get to know your customers on a deeper level. Quiz answers are a goldmine for eye-opening insights into how your customers think and feel. You'll learn about their problems, their preferences, their goals, and their desires. You can use that to refine your customer personas to inform your marketing campaigns, as well as to clarify your product direction. You also get to personalize the shopping experience with first-party data. When done well, personalization can yield 40% more revenue than the average brand tends to get. To reach that top tier of high performers, you need to have first-party data. Quizzes are an amazing prime source of customer data that can fuel your personalized marketing efforts. You could use the information you collect in your quiz to follow up with relevant emails, SMS, retargeting ads, on-site offers, etc. And you could use that data to recommend items for future product launches as well. So what does a successful quiz even look like? Let's go get some inspiration from some successful e-commerce brands, and this will help us get a clear vision on what we should create. So let's look at Casper's mattress quiz. So they recommend the right mattress for customers by asking questions about their sleep issues and their preferences. This is the most common type of e-commerce quiz. We should also note that Casper focuses on the customer's sleep experience instead of asking specific mattress feature questions. Here's another quiz. Dear Brightly is a prescription skincare brand that uses quizzes to learn about a customer's skin and health routines. And then they tailor the strength of the active ingredients in the customer's skin serum. This type of quiz is super common for brands that sell custom formula products like hair care and skincare products. Another one we liked was the single product quiz used by Maria Wellness, which has just one SKU. So if you have a limited product catalog, you could focus your product recommendation quiz on just one product, like the menstrual health brand Maria Wellness does. At the end of its single product quiz, the supplement brand is only recommended one product, the PMS Elixir. But they're able to use the shopper's answers to educate shoppers on how the product will heal their specific symptoms. This is an example of a unique but powerful version of a product recommendation quiz for a small brand that just has one product. Another example is Prose's collection building quiz. So this hair care brand creates custom formulas for shoppers, but also helps them build a full routine of products depending on their needs. This style of quiz is a great choice for brands that sell products that are often used together, like supplements, workout gear, apparel, and personal care products, and so on. Another great way to use product recommendation quizzes is to recommend a specific variant of your product. This is super common in the beauty space for things like foundation, hair dye, etc. So in the case of Tarte Cosmetics, the brand links to its Shade Finder quiz on its blush product page. The brand has a variety of quizzes for different products. Surfacing each quiz on the appropriate product page means Tarte can guide shoppers to the right variant for their skin tone. Okay, so now that we know what some successful quizzes look like, let's actually start the process of building a quiz. Before building your quiz in ConvertFlow, figure out what questions to ask and what results come from each combination of answers. Quizzes can look very different from one business to another, but there are some general best practices that will apply to most of these product recommendation quizzes. First, keep your quiz concise. The more questions you ask, the more likely a shopper is to drop off before completing it. And a lengthy quiz can mean more result combinations for you to create. Ask just enough questions to give accurate results to shoppers and personalize their shopping experience. 3 to 5 questions will be plenty for many use cases, and you can always expand your quiz later on if you learn that you're missing crucial information. Next, limit product options for each quiz result. Remember, one of the main points in creating a quiz is to reduce the shopper overwhelm and the choice overload. It's your job to figure out the best fit product for the customer. Occasionally, it makes sense to recommend multiple products, like if you were recommending items to buy as a set or a bundle, or if there are a few products that would make sense for the customer. But you should still limit their choice to 3 to 4 maximum, and then differentiate the options that you recommend to make their decision easy. The questions you ask should make sense together and lead naturally from one to the next. For example, if you're making a skincare quiz, you'll probably ask about the skin type before you ask about goals or concerns. To make building your quiz easier, draft the flow of your quiz first. You could do this on paper or use a mind map tool, keeping these best practices in mind. So let's actually draft some questions and answers for a fictional furniture store. We want to recommend specific Shopify product collections based on the customer's style and their use case. Our questions with their answers might look something like this. What room are you furnishing? Could be your living room, your bedroom, your kitchen, bathroom, etc. What's your interior style preference? Is it contemporary? Is it modern? Is it rustic? What is the size of the room? Is it small? Is it medium? Is it large? And then what you'll want to do is match the answer combinations to the product recommendations. Now we can define each answer combination into unique quiz results. There are a lot of potential combinations here, which is a great reason to keep your quiz short. But you don't necessarily need to come up with unique results for each combination of answers. Instead, keep your quiz simple to start. Focus on personalization for your top shopper segments. You could always add additional quiz logic later on. So recommendation 1 is going to be, if you selected that you're styling your living room and you want the contemporary style and it's a large room. In that case, then what we'll do is we'll recommend the specific collection in Shopify, contemporary living room furniture for large spaces. Recommendation scenario 2 would be if you selected living room, contemporary style, but it's a medium-sized room. In that situation, we'll recommend that specific collection. And then so on. One recommendation for large kitchens, one recommendation for small kitchens, one recommendation for bathrooms. We don't necessarily need to differentiate the size of the bathrooms in that scenario, so we could just recommend the top 3 best-selling products for bathrooms in that scenario. If you were to lay this out on a mind map, the combination of questions and recommendations would look something like this. You could copy this mind map in the links below to create something similar for your product quiz. And if you prefer to use spreadsheets, we also have a Google Sheet quiz template that you could duplicate. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to actually build this quiz without code or developers. And the way we're gonna do that is by using ConvertFlow. With your quiz mapped out, you're ready to build it. Let's do this step by step. So first, you're gonna choose a quiz template. To make the quiz creation process as easy as possible, start with a template that aligns with your product's end goal. ConvertFlow has a wide range of customizable quiz templates for all kinds of verticals, niches, and outcomes. For this video, we'll use a simple product recommendation quiz template for furniture stores. Step 2, select a quiz campaign format. So you can decide how you want to display your quiz on your store. You can display it either as a dedicated landing page that you can link to, or as an overlay pop-up that you target to a segment of your shoppers, or you can embed it on an existing page of your website with a simple embed code. For this video, we'll choose a landing page, and I think that this is a good best practice so that way we have a URL that we can link to from our different marketing campaigns. Step 3, customize your quiz design. So before we set up the actual quiz questions and answers, you'll want to customize the aesthetic design of your quiz. This means adding in your brand colors and logos, fonts, styles, all of that. You can set your quiz styles at the theme level, This sets colors, fonts, etc. across the campaign. You could also set styles at the element level, so that way you could override the theme styles for a specific survey or a specific question. We recommend starting at the theme level just for the consistency. That way all the existing elements will update at the same time, and any new elements that you add will follow that same theme. For our fictional furniture store, let's switch up the colors to match our brand. Opening up the button options, we could change the buttons colors to match our brand's signature dark green. And then continue to edit each theme's element until the quiz is on brand and matches the aesthetic that we prefer. Step number 4, customize the quiz intro step. To engage shoppers to take your quiz, customize the first funnel step's content by selecting the elements, editing their text, and then adjusting any design settings. Step number 5, customize your quiz questions. Now that we've got the quiz theme and the intro looking how we want it, it's time to build out the questions of our product quiz. For our furniture store example, we'll use the questions we drafted earlier. Which room are you furnishing? What is your interior style preference? What is the size of your room? To customize the question, just select the quiz element, then click a question to edit its content. You'll first want to map the question to a custom field. You could do this by either entering a data name or choosing an existing custom field from the mapping dropdown. Once the question is mapped to a custom field, the answers the shopper gives in the quiz will be saved as individual fields in their ConvertFlow contact profile and synced to any email service provider fields that you may have mapped to. This means you'll be able to run highly segmented email and SMS sequences based on the answers people give in your quiz. Note that field mapping works a little bit differently depending on the CRM or ESP being used. For example, if you have Klaviyo connected, the field name you define in ConvertFlow is the custom field automatically populated in Klaviyo. Next, edit the question content. You could define the question title, the description, as well as add images for each question. To set the answer options, scroll down to manage the answers. Then just click one to edit it. Note that for each answer, you can define an answer label, a data value, and a score. The answer label is what shows in the quiz, while the data value is what gets stored in the quiz taker's contact profile. The score set for each answer determines how much to add or subtract from the current score for this funnel, but more on that later. If your question has visual cues for the answers, such as an image, an icon, color, emojis, etc., you can define that visual for each answer. Your quiz can be as short or as long as needed. Just add, duplicate, or remove as many questions as your quiz needs. Step number 6, connect your email service provider. With your questions created, let's connect your email marketing tool or CRM of choice. Could be perhaps Klaviyo, Attentive, HubSpot, Drip, etc. Then you'll be able to pass over the subscriber and contact data that you collect from the quiz. To do this, we'll jump to the call to action step of the quiz funnel. Then select the form in the builder and click the Manage Actions button in the side panel. You should now be able to click the New Integration button to see the different options of integrations that you could connect. Find your CRM that you want to connect from the list of options, click the Connect button, and then follow the on-screen instructions to verify the integration with ConvertFlow. After authenticating the integration, you'll be brought back to the Manage Actions window. From here, you can scroll down to the Automation section and click the Add Automation button. Then select the automation type that will add a contact to the relevant list or database in your email provider or CRM. For example, let's say we want to add subscribers to our newsletter in Klaviyo. Select the Klaviyo Add to List automation from the drop-down menu and then choose the appropriate list. All new subscribers will now get added to this list when they fill out this part of the quiz form. You could add automations here too, such as adding the subscriber to a list with SMS consent if you collected their phone number in the form. You could update specific contact properties to add them to your custom segments. And you could also add and remove tags, etc., if that's what your CRM uses. If you're using Klaviyo, you'll probably want to add an automation to track an event completing the quiz, so that way you can fire off your Klaviyo flows from there. Step number 8, configure your results step of the quiz. Start by setting the action of your form to send people to the correct step of your quiz funnel after they submitted their email address. If you would rather redirect shoppers to specific URLs, like an existing bundle landing page that you have set up for the different scenarios, you could use ConvertFlow's conditional actions feature to have everyone that submits the form taken to different URLs based on their quiz answers. Step number 9, edit the content of your results page. Now you got to go to the outcome funnel step in the builder to customize it to show the right content and the right products. You could use dynamic merge tags to personalize the copy according to a person's quiz answers. For example, we'll get our headline subtext to reflect the details about the room and the style answers that were given in the furniture quiz. When you click to the preview step in ConvertFlow, you can actually see this in action. Step number 10, set up the personalized product recommendations. Using the products element in ConvertFlow, you could quickly personalize product recommendations. If your store is built on Shopify, you could use ConvertFlow's Shopify integration to feed in products from your catalog with filters according to each person's quiz answers. Most of our quiz templates already have a products element included, but you could also manually add one to any campaign. Just click to add a new element, and then you'll see the products element to the right. Once you've added the products element to the builder, click to manage the products from the side panel to configure which products show. If you don't use Shopify, you could still add products to ConvertFlow by just manually entering product titles, images, prices, etc. And to do that, just choose ConvertFlow as the product source and use the pencil icon to add product information. For this video, we'll assume you use Shopify, so select the Shopify product source. Then choose your default products filter depending on how you'll be sourcing your recommendations, such as from a Shopify collection or by selecting products manually. We highly recommend heading over to your Shopify dashboard and building out the different product recommendation collections for each possible quiz answer combo. Here's what the first few collections might look like for our furniture store's quiz. We can now use Shopify's filtering conditions to control which products fall into each category, such as tags, product names, meta fields, etc. Now let's build the conditions to filter what products are recommended by the quiz. To do this, just select the products element again, click to manage the products, and then click to add a conditional product recommendation. Then add the first question and answer option to the all required group of conditions, and then repeat that for the other questions in the quiz. Now what we'll do is we'll select the products in collection from the drop-down menu and choose the Shopify collection that's relevant to the answer combinations that we just added with conditions. If you're showing quiz takers a single product recommendation or a set of specific products, you can just set the products filter to select products and then choose the products manually. Repeat this process by creating a new conditional recommendation for each answer outcome combo that you have for your quiz. With the product recommendation set up, scroll on down and you can choose whether you want the products to add to cart when clicked or to redirect to their product page. You could also enter any discount codes you want to be applied at checkout. Step number 11. Customize the design of your product recommendation. So with the products added, you can now customize a whole heap of design options for your products from the side panel, whether they show as a grid or a list layout, maximum number of products to show, the margins, the padding, the widths, etc., button colors, font types, text styling, and a lot more. Let's preview the quiz. So click the preview button at the right of the builder to view your quiz as it will appear on your website. You'll be able to check out the look and feel of your campaign and test out its functionality. Note that any CRM automations you set up for your integrations won't actually run here on the preview page. So it won't be creating any test contacts while you're testing things out until you go live. If it all looks good, select launch to go to the final step. On the launch page, you'll see slightly different options here depending on the type of campaign format you chose, whether it's a landing page or a pop-up, embed, etc. If you have Shopify connected and your quiz is a landing page, you'll be able to choose your Shopify domain and then set the URL that the quiz shows on your Shopify store. If your quiz is a pop-up or a sticky bar, you can set the page URLs that you'd like your quiz to be shown on and the visitor segments you'd like to target. Toggle the switch on at the bottom and your campaign will be live. First-time ConvertFlow users will be prompted to install the ConvertFlow script. Just follow the on-screen instructions to get this done in just a few clicks. And if you have Shopify integrated, you don't have to worry about this at all. ConvertFlow automatically installs on your store. If it's an embed, you'll see a simple embed code that you could copy and paste on any page on your website. Split test to improve quiz performance over time. ConvertFlow's analytics dashboard makes it easy to examine your quiz funnel success. For example, you can see how many people are dropping off through the funnel, answering questions, selecting certain answers, etc. And when shoppers take your quiz and then check out, you can see how many orders and how much revenue and average order value is attributed to each answer. Then split test different variants to improve these metrics. You could experiment with your quiz's copy, number of questions, product recommendations, aesthetic design, and with enough tests, you'll find the best performing version of your quiz that engages the most shoppers and gets them to order the most. Now, I have some tips about how to make your quiz a success. A common mistake brands make is they leave quiz takers without any follow-up. Sure, you have the shopper's email and their phone numbers now, but you don't want their first contact from you to be a generic welcome flow, or worse, a sale or a product announcement 3 months down the road. By sending a dedicated email or SMS flow to quiz takers, you could continue the conversation and encourage a purchase if they don't convert right away. Check out this email by menstrual wellness brand Maria that is sent to customers right after they take the quiz. The email has a link to review quiz results and see the product recommendations that were originally made. Also, a reminder of the first order discount. For a full breakdown of Maria's single product quiz and the post email flow that they send, head to ConvertFlow's website for a full funnel breakdown. When building your quiz, if you set up automations to sync the quiz answers into your email service provider, you're all set up to launch a post-quiz email and text message sequence. Just use the custom fields that you had defined earlier to set up conditional flows in your email and SMS products of choice. It'll look something like this if you're using Klaviyo. First, you send an email with the shopper's quiz results right after they complete the quiz, like Maria does. And then from there, you can experiment with your flow. Try a different number of messages in the sequences and different timing. At a minimum, send a text after a couple days to shoppers who didn't order with a reminder of their discount or another incentive and a link back to their quiz recommendations. Also, consider how your typical welcome offer sequence can inform shoppers of your quiz for new subscribers. Perhaps your sequence will include a letter from the founder, some product education, or some social proof. Your post-quiz and email SMS flow is crucial to get shoppers back to your site if they didn't purchase right away. So don't leave this out of your strategy. You also want to promote your quiz on your store and across the different marketing channels that you have access to. By promoting your quiz, you'll get a lot more shoppers to actually take it. And since the quiz streamlines the path to purchase, it could help you get more shoppers to check out faster than if you let them browse the site on their own accord. Start by giving your quiz a URL where site browsers can find it. That could be in your nav bar, or on a specific product page or in the footer, and then promote it in your marketing campaigns on your website and through your other channels, such as a follow-up campaign to your website's welcome offer. After the welcome offer pop-up, many brands leave shoppers hanging with no guidance to navigate the store. That's such a missed opportunity, and you risk losing lots of customers if you don't guide shoppers to the next step. Instead of just leaving them hanging, include a CTA to take your quiz as the last step of your welcome offer pop-up. You could also promote your quiz across your site. Using ConvertFlow's pop-ups and sticky bars and embed campaigns, you could surface your quiz wherever it makes sense for your brand. You could also target your quiz to specific customer segments like new shoppers or returning shoppers based on their site activity, their past purchases, their shopper segmentation, etc. For example, you could create a sticky bar that targets existing Klaviyo subscribers returning to your store who are in a certain Klaviyo segment and then drive them to take your quiz. Next, you'll want to promote your quiz with paid ads. A quiz is a huge value proposition for many brands, so try promoting your quiz in an ad to draw customers in. Depending on your products and the brand, the quiz itself might make a great CTA for new shoppers who've never heard of your brand, like the makeup brand Maquillage does. The quiz can also be a perfect call to action for retargeting browse abandoners. If they didn't find what they were looking for on their first visit to your store, you could offer help to navigate the store using the quiz. You'll also want to promote your quiz on your social media profiles. Your social profiles are like mini storefronts on social media, so try including a link to your quiz on your profile or through a menu of links such as your link in bio page. Here's an example of this personalized supplement brand, Nourish, of how they highlight their quiz in their Instagram. This brand also incentivizes the first purchase with a huge discount. If you need a link in bio landing page template, head over to ConvertFlow. We have one for you already built. Beyond helping customers with product discovery, quizzes give you a ton of data to personalize your marketing campaigns, ultimately making it a better shopping experience that converts more customers. Why only show welcome offers to new customers? Returning site visitors benefit from guidance on your store as well. So you could launch welcome back campaigns to returning subscribers and customers. Use your quiz data to surface product recommendations for customers who didn't buy after taking your quiz, or show returning customers recently launched products based on their preferences. Head over to ConvertFlow for this returning customer pop-up template that we've already built for you. You could also promote your quiz using retargeting ads. Use your email service provider's audience seek feature to push contacts into your Facebook custom audiences. You could do this quickly using Klaviyo. Then create Facebook ad campaigns for different shopper segments based on specific product recommendation collections. Include your quiz in your future email and text campaigns. We already talked a lot about post-quiz email and SMS sequences, but this quiz answer information is extremely valuable for ongoing marketing efforts. Use your quiz data to only share launches and promotions for products your customers are likely to buy and skip those that aren't relevant to them. For example, if you have an online pet shop and learn from your quiz that a shopper owns a small dog, you could skip any announcements or promos about products for large dogs or cats, for example. That's a wrap. Congratulations on launching your product recommendation quiz. We cannot wait to see what you build. Quizzes, they increase shopper confidence, they speed up buying decisions, and they power marketing personalization. And ultimately, you'll see better conversion rates, average order value, and customer retention. And it doesn't end there. Quizzes are an essential part of the e-commerce conversion funnel. When you're ready to move on to your next campaign, we recommend creating a one-click add to cart upsell and cross-sell pop-ups that increase AOV. All these are documented as playbooks on ConvertFlow's website, so head there and create your next campaign.